All right, mate. Thanks for sending that through to me. I've just took some notes here. I thought this was going to be easier than replying to you on a big massive message on Instagram. Right, mate. So I just took some notes. I'm going to write some. I want to go through this with you. Now, I want to be honest. I don't do this with every single player. This is just easier for me, and I do want to help you, mate. I want to help as many people as I can. Most of my stuff I do is obviously paid coaching and all the rest of it. So hopefully this can get you some value. As a little freebie, and from there, hopefully you can help me spread the word a little bit if it does give you some value. So a couple of things I've wrote down here is finished in September. You've got a decent base. You do 3 gym sessions a week, which you said are football based or football specific, I suppose. 2 times a running, which is regular pace. You wrote. I'm not sure what that means, but let's just assume it's some two good conditioning sessions, and you've only got 21 days. So some unknowns. That obviously this is going to be context specific. The devil is always in the details. So is the level that you're going to be playing at in 21 days higher or lower than you used to play when you played back in September of last season? If it's lower, then obviously you can close the gap a little bit easier because you're going to have a higher ceiling, even though you've had a few months off. And I'm not going to kid you, if you've had 4 months off, your fitness is going to drop a little bit. Good news is that it'll come back a lot quicker because you've been playing for so long. Next unknown is how good you are technically, game intelligence wise. So obviously if you're good and you're smart, you can be a lot more clever with your energy management. You'll be in better positions to receive the ball. You can run when you have to run. You'll probably be ahead of the game. And also, if you're really good at football, the coaches and the players won't really care too much if you're not that fit. They'll just think, he's a cracking player. He's a bit unfit, but we can work on that. Whereas if you're not very good and you're not very fit, then you've got a bigger mountain to climb. Also, is it a trial in 21 days or is it make or break for you? Like, is it a game that you have to show you're good enough, or are you signed and you want to play in 21 days and you just need to obviously turn up with some good standard? Now, I'm not expecting you to answer these questions, but these are just things to think about. Obviously, I can't spend a ton of time going back and forth with you, as I'm just doing this as a little bit of a help to you, but have a little think of these things. I've gave you an answer on how this might change things, but in a nutshell, you've done some good solid work with the 14-day stuff on YouTube. I think that's super valuable, and not a lot of players will go through that whole process, so you're in a better position than most, mate, even if it's not over the next 3 weeks, but over the next 10 weeks, 12 weeks, and the rest of your football career. You've got knowledge there that you can build on. Suggestions from what you've told me. So your plan just has to be on conditioning, mate. I know you're doing 3 days of gym work. I'm a big fan of gym work, but I think because your goal is 21 days and your fitness is what you need to work on, I would decrease your gym work to just 1 to twice a week. I would just do 1 to 2 main lifts, focus on just retaining strength. You might build a little bit, which is fine, but you don't want to be leaving the gym or waking up the next day sore from the gym, because you want to make sure you've got loads of energy to put all of it into conditioning. Now, we don't want to come out of the 21 days losing strength, and that's why I'm suggesting just 1 to 2 main lifts. And you can even just maintain the weights you have been doing or building up to a heavy set at the end, and that's more than enough to maintain your strength, mate. And then of course including some basic injury resiliency work, injury prevention work on areas like the hammies, the adductors, really simple isolated exercises there. Running 4 times per week, you need to double probably the volume you're doing if you want to get the fitness you want. Because you're training 4 times, you can't just do hard every single time. You're going to end up very fatigued by the end of the 21 days and turn up probably heavy and sore and feeling unfit, even though you won't be. You just feel under recovered. So fluctuate the intensity of sessions. I'll do 2 really hard training sessions. I'll do 2 easier ones, and easy and hard is relating to more how you recover from it. Because I could give you a session that's classed as an easy run, but it's still 40 to 50 minutes of running or 30 minutes of running. You still get a good heart rate. Maybe your heart rate's in sort of 140 to 160, but the speeds aren't super high, and the next day you feel absolutely fine. You can train again. Whereas a hard session it could be shorter in duration, it could be longer in duration, but you're probably running faster, or alternatively your heart rates are much higher, or maybe both. These sessions are the next day you might feel like your legs are sore or you just feel drained. That's the harder sessions. That's going to really boost your fitness, like for short-term benefits. And the 2 easy ones is going to make sure that you're building up volume, you're building up tissue tolerance in your ligaments, your muscles, and also the aerobic fitness in your heart, which is long-term going to be the most important thing, to make sure that you're able to do these sessions. It'll help you recover from harder work. Again, there's a lot of information. I can't go into too much detail just in this short little video for you. But you do need to touch on everything, mate. You're getting ready for football, so you'll have to do a little bit of speed. So I'd do a warm-up, do a few short sprints, like 10 to 20 metres. Like walk back recovery, full recovery, go again. And then you'll need to do a bit of aerobic power work. Aerobic power is basically your heart rate's in like 90-95%, doing like 2 to 4 minute intervals, and like 3 to 4 sets, or 4 to 6 sets, and then resting about half the time you work for. And you'll need a bit of repeat speed work. That's like sprinting 20-30 metres, and then resting like 45 times as long as it took you to do it. So like 5 second sprint, 30 seconds rest sort of thing, and going again and try to maintain your speed every single rep. You don't have time to build properly, like doing an aerobic block, then a speed block, and building. You're going to have to sort of put it all into one block and work pretty hard. Because you're going to be working hard, mate, you're going to have to really hammer home good nutrition. So I'd keep your carbohydrates really high, and I would obviously focus on sleep. Don't make it any more complicated than that. Repeat speed work will give you the quickest benefits. So you see, you do 2 repeat speed work sessions a week, with some aerobic work after it as your hard days, aerobic power work. That will get you good results, but you will plateau a little bit quicker, so you'll get really good results for 3 to 4 weeks, and then it'll start to level off. Whereas the aerobic power work is your bread and butter, and that should be a priority. But over 3 weeks, you see a little bit of improvement, but not drastic. I would really recommend, especially going into that 21 day. So at the end of the 21 days, if that's when your game is, or your training is, or your trial is, you're fresh. So don't train right up until the last day, maybe 2 or 3 days before it. Start to do some lighter sessions, make sure your sleep's right, your nutrition's right. A couple of last things: risk versus reward. Risk, mate. Obviously, we're trying to build you up quick. This is just a diagram I pulled off Google for speed. But if you build up too quickly, as you'll see here, you'll get big spikes. So say that, ignore these first 3, but you might be, say, down here because you haven't done anything, but then you've shot right up. What will happen is immediately you won't really get any problems, but you'll see 2 weeks later, 10 to 14 days later, that's when there's a big injury risk because of the spike in load. Whereas if you go here and you see, like, naturally in a pre-season or a preparation phase, say you had 6 weeks or 8 weeks to prepare, you'd just gradually build the volume, and you'd have less likely chance of getting injury risk. We don't want you getting really like decent fit over 21 days and then getting injured. The reward though is, mate, if you manage to pull it off and you do everything quite well, you'll have enough in your tank to get through the game of trial, 21 days, and then just build on from there. Most importantly, you'll have more confidence in yourself, mental health will be improved, more positive mindset, start to love the game again, you'll be back playing football, doing what you love. And just know, mate, that you've got support networks if you need it. Obviously, you've reached out to me. Hopefully I've helped you. Those videos are there. You'll have a friend, you'll have your family, so don't ever think that you just have to sit and think in your own head. Obviously, you can reach out regarding certain things football-wise, reaching out to people rather than going on Google or social media to look for answers. It's going to make you overwhelmed. There's a lot of crap out there, mate. There's a lot of stuff. It's just ex-football players who are given, it's not ill-intentioned, but it's not very science-based, and it's just a chance for them to market being a social media influencer and getting followers. And then at the same time, there's a lot of people who don't have a clue on social media, and they're just sending things because they know other people don't know, and they'll market themselves very, very well. So just be cautious, because it can confuse people, it can overcomplicate things, it can make you procrastinate, it can make you doubt all your training, and that's when the mindset starts to shift a little bit. You just need a simple, solid program. Follow it consistently. You've trained your whole life for football, you know roughly what to do. The important thing is, again, being fresh after 21 days, but at the same time putting a little bit of work in. So 4 times a week running, and then 1 to 2 times in the gym, and I'd have at least 1 day off. And days you see you want to train a little bit more, jump on a spin bike or do an off-feet thing, or like a swim, just to keep your aerobic fitness going. I hope that all helps, mate. I just want to mention as well, mate, like, if this is valuable to you, I'm not a social media influencer by any means, or a marketing person. I'm just a coach who's trying to help people. So I do rely on word of mouth. So if you've got any football teammates or people who are involved in football fitness or want to learn more about it, please share my YouTube channel, my Instagram page. I rely on word of mouth. Obviously, I continue to try and post things, but I want to make sure if I do put stuff out there, it's valuable to you or other people involved in football. I don't want to just put out random things. But the only way I can do that, or for people to see it, is if they actually know about me. So please spread the word. It'd be helpful, mate. And yep, any questions, obviously let me know. This is probably not something I can do every time, a big video for you. This is a bit of a one-off, and I can reply here and there. But yeah, good luck, buddy, and hopefully you can get something to answer. Sorry to answer your question with the Canty one. That's absolutely fine, mate. You could do that twice a week. All right, you could do that 2 times a week. You could do a few sprints before it, like warm up. Do say 5 to 6 sprints of 10 to 20 meters. Walk back. That'll cover your acceleration work, and then do the Canty session twice a week. Spread them like 3 or 4 days apart, and then the days in between that, you could do some repeat speed work. Or you could do even just some easy runs, mate, or even light technical work for 30-40 minutes, keeping the heart rate between 130 to 150. And that's about it, mate. So good luck, and let me know how you go.